Hello guys, this video is about my Linux setup using Wayland. Wayland is my friend and so is yours. Wayland is the bestest thing ever. It is the bestest thing ever. Like, literally it is the bestest thing ever. So why am I using Wayland? Why am I not using Xorg? Well, it is much more secure. There are no screen tearing issues. If you're facing any kind of screen tearing issues on your machine, you can try out Wayland. Most importantly, on laptops I've found out that Sway tends to any WL roots, that Sway is based on WL roots. Any compositor within compositor will give you better battery life as compared to Xorg. I don't know exactly why that is. Most probably it is so because there are not as many background processes going on taking on your resources, so everything goes on isolated. Like, this window only has access to my keyboard and mouse. No other window at that time has access to my keyboard and mouse, so it's all isolated and containerized, so that's good. It's good for security. And one thing that is good now is there is also support for India cards now for Sway. At least it's very easy. The config file is very easy. It is just as easy as like it's just as easy as i3. So the config is pretty much the same as i3. There is not a lot of difference here. It's pretty much the same as i3. So if you already are using i3, you can definitely use this thing here, right? And this is emacs, right? And this shell right here, this is actually vterm. And if I go on to open, that right there is eShell. This is eShell. This is eShell, and this bad boy here is vterm. That is how it is, right? And emacs is pretty good, but still I have a lot of way to go to find my make my config much better than whatever it is like right now. So yeah, I am using Kitty for my terminal. Oh yeah, by the way, my Linux journey, how it started around 9 or 8 months back. I started with Linux Mint, stayed there for like 1 month, then went on to use Endeavour OS and used it for quite some time. Then used Void Linux. I mainly tried Void Linux because of Runit, and Runit is a very fast init system. My laptop used to boot up in like 3 or 4 seconds. Like, it's so fast. But it was getting quite a hassle to manage everything else with XPPS source and stuff like that. And with the power of AUR that I had tasted when I was using Endeavour OS, there's no way of going back. I just have to stay here, right? So that is how it is. This is my new Vim config, which I call ZioVim. You can find the config at git.cmon.xyz. It is my Git server that I made after watching Bugs Writer's video. I watched his videos and I was like, wow, you can host your own Git server. You don't have to rely on GitHub, GitLab, anyone else to host your own code. You can just make your own Git server. So I made my own Git server, right? So you can go to my Git server, right? You can go to my Git server and get the code for my new Vim config. See, this is the about page. You can see how it is, and you can get the code from here, right? It's pretty awesome. And if you guys like this video, I may make a video, like from how to get a domain name, how to get a server, a VPS, that is, I'm hosting my website on a VPS, and get all those things, and basically make a Git server to start with. I'm also gonna make my own mail server and stuff, but I'm thinking of getting a Raspberry Pi and maybe hosting those things locally, so I will also get to play with the hardware also. So that is something I want. Let's see what happens. So that is how it is, and if you guys want, I can make videos on NeoVim or Emacs. I have actually configured NeoVim more than compared to Emacs, but believe me when I tell you that Emacs is a different beast. It is an operating system in itself. It is so much powerful. You can do so much in it. And yeah, mainly this video is to let you guys get motivated about using Linux and stuff, and if you're worried about some problems happening with screen tearing and stuff, and want to be on the edge of software, you can use, of course, any Wayland compositor like Sway or GNOME Wayland or KDE Wayland, something like that, with Arch Linux or anything else. Endeavour OS also has a Sway version. You guys can use that. Just get into free and open source software, use it, and be happy. Just be happy, because nothing is like this. This is free, as in freedom. So yeah, this has been me, and if you guys like this video, let me know about it. I'll make more videos about things you guys comment on.